would say, also think about it. Like when men are in their 20s, they're also very dumb. Like the brain isn't even fully developed.
So pick a 40-year-old man when you're in your 20s.
Well, no, or the brain isn't fully developed until when?
25.
35.
25.
I
don't know. Like Isaac
35.
Newton. Isaac Newton developed a differential calculus at 26
your
years old.
prefrontal cortex matures fully at 25 years old.
Yeah, 25 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
that's why insurance companies won't insure people.
The brain solidifies around 35. So I would definitely not have
2 years. Real quick. Does anybody else have anything to say about this? About like not being able to find a man that can live up to your standards? Norma? Michelle?
Well, you kind of said it earlier about how a man, like, they can impress a woman by, taking them places that a girl can never go to and so forth. Yeah. But it's like, at least like with my job, especially what I do for my videos and all that, I can take myself there. So I have found it a little bit difficult when it comes to dating. A guy will be like, I want to take you somewhere you've never been. And they'll give me a list. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I've been to like all of these, and then like in the end they give up. Can
you imagine dating Norma Jelly somewhere in Vegas, and like the restaurant owners come out to her because they want her to like get good reviews on her show, and so like everywhere you go, people are taking pictures over there. Can you imagine that?
It's
does that ever happen? Have you been on dates before and people are like, "Oh my god, I love your channel"? Mm-hmm. Yes, I can imagine.
Yeah, I have, and it's fine. I mean, I definitely think it tests how the guy would be in a relationship with me and how they can take it. But I mean, it's not like a negative, situation when someone does come up and say hello. It's usually a positive thing. So, and that's why, in a sense, I feel like I'm the man, because I'm like, oh, look, I'm showing like that I got a good life. I don't know.
Yeah, because you're producing resources, your own security, and the guys that aren't doing that, you don't want to have anything to do with them. Because for women, it's really two sides. It's the alpha fucks and beta bucks. Sorry, evolutionary psychologists, gatekeepers. But it's the guys who are hot and fun to have sex with, right? And then there's the guys who can provide you with provisioning, protection, and parental investment, right? And those are the guys who have resources. Those are the guys who have money. Those are the guys who care about, who like you and are nice to you. Those are the guys who are emotionally invested in you, and also financially and lifetime invested in you as well. And if you can provide those things better for yourself than any of those guys can, why would you fuck with them?
You were to say something, Michelle?
Well, okay, so someone told me this recently, and they were saying that like the girl that went like viral for like, I want a man in finance or whatever.
6'5",
she like
blue eyes,
the statistics that she said in it, and the probability of like which ones were actually single and not single. There was only 2 of them.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
So like that's crazy to me. Like out of all that, and people like look up to it. I mean, there's only 2 people, and those people are probably even dating people themselves.
Yeah, it is pretty nuts when you say it.
It's pretty rare.
And what kind of jades it for some of those people? Maybe so
it's not like a thing that's common. And everyone's like, oh, this is my like expectations of what I want for people, but it's very rare that those people you can actually have and have yourself. They do exist, obviously, but like it's fair that you can actually find a person like that.
Was it 2 in New York or 2 in the world? Was it?
I heard it was. I don't know. I don't know. I think it was 2 in the world. Or
I think it was 2. No, there was one. There was one where they were showing there was like 2 but it wasn't 6'5" with blue eyes like that. It's like there's probably 2 in the country that are available
that were single. They narrowed it down
and in the right age.
They narrowed it down. The same
6'5" and blue eyes and 65 years old is not included.
Who's in finance? Who's single? Who's everything? And it was actually, I think it was 2 in the world.
Yeah, I know a lot of broke dudes in finance, by the way. That's
and those 2 people are most likely probably in
Yeah.
relationships or like have girls on the side too. So your probability of finding somebody like that is like less than having a kid when you're 50.
Yeah. And some things aren't realistic, but like again, well, side note, my sister-in-law, when she was in her 20s, she had a miscarriage. Her first kid, she had at 31. Her second kid, she had at 38. My other friend that I know who was in college with me, she had her last 4 boys from 32 to 37. Now, my second friend from college, Indian girl, she just had her second boy at 37. So I'm just saying, and these are just 3 random people that I know that's close to me. So I'm just saying you can't. And they didn't go through life freaking out like, oh my God, I'm not 25. It's over. You know what I mean? So I would say like don't put that type of.
We didn't say freaking at 25. At 35, freak out. That's what we're saying.
But
At 40,
they didn't
really
freak
freak
out.
out.
And at 38, she had her
I'm
second kid.
33 and I'm kind of low key freaking out. So,
So
I'm
does anybody want to be
married.
nice and have babies with Michelle Brittany Martin?
Yes.
Slide
Hit
in
us
DMs
up
now.
in the
Or
super
hey,
chat.
by the way, big enough
chats
super chat.
only.
Big enough super chat. I'll set a date up.
Yeah, exactly.
Click the link in the description and I'll send you my high status networking playbook so you can start dating high quality women today.